Good evening, 640 board members. You know me, Ray Costello, counselor extraordinaire. I'm here tonight with my counseling team, Amber and Janelle, and we are going to be reporting upon a needs assessment that we have very cleverly solved with a tech solution that I know you're going to love. Let's start off with Janelle. Please introduce our subject.
Thank you, Ray Ray. Now let's see how technology could help both students and staff at the Salinas Union High School District. There are over 16,000 students enrolled in our district. Out of those, just over 1,500 are enrolled in some type of special education services, and approximately 11% of those, or about 166, have an active IEP or active 504 plan. Our needs assessment found severe communication and collaboration issues among teachers and other stakeholders regarding the best way to access, input, and retrieve student information, given that student information is scattered among numerous programs between different schools, instead of an easy to access and user-friendly repository that could be accessed when a student transfers to another school within the district. The counseling team concluded that the most effective way to mitigate the communication and repository issue would be to implement CIRAS, which is a web-based repository program that provides unified and reliable data, prevents any need for duplicate entry, and allows for a smooth transition of information between student information systems. Thus, the counseling team determined that professional development training on collaboration, creating standard practices for IEP goal setting, and utilizing CIRAS would benefit the district tremendously. Now, to discuss CIRAS more in depth, here is Ms. Amber Vanegas.
Hi, thank you, Janelle. I'm Amber, and some of you guys may be thinking, what is Cyrus? Well, Cyrus is a web-based system that would allow for all IEP, SST, 504 plans, services, assessments, referral dates, program and transportation information to be found in one location. This system gives access to counselors, psychologists, teachers, administrators, and parents. The best part about this is that the forms can be translated into Spanish for the parents if needed. Now, some of you guys have never seen how Cyrus looks, so I'm going to give you a quick snapshot of it. Here you can see Miss McQueen's information. This is what would come on the summary page. You would find the referral date, who the referral was made by, the parental consent date, the first IEP date, the next IEP date, the next evaluation date, which is perfect for us counselors and psychologists to have everything in one spot. You can also track the student's progress. You can input it into your service minutes. So let's say the counselor meets with the student and 3 out of the 4 times the student practiced social skills, we can mark that in and track the progress of the student. Here's what the student profile would look like. As you can see, it has the student's personal information. It has contacts for the student, disability and medical information, notes, and documents to be filed. As you can see here for student Mr. Mickey Mouse, we can see his IEP dates, his TRI dates, and evaluations. You can see when the annual review is going to come. You can also see more information about the services given to Mr. Mickey Mouse, the assessment information, and others. Now, the best part about this, it's only $35,000 per year for the entire district. And from what I'm told, we also get a slight discount. So, thank you. I'm going to turn this over now to Ray so he can give you some more information.
Thank you, Amber and Janelle. So there's a lot of positive aspects to this, and it's not just on how we can use it, but there's plenty of data that would support it. Now, I'm going to show you all the data that we've dug up in the process of doing this, and I know that the board has got kind of short on time, and you certainly can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a cow's ass, but wouldn't you rather take the butcher's word for it? In this case, I know that you believe in technology because I can see you using your iPhones while we're presenting here. So I'll just very quickly gloss over that there's a lot of peer-reviewed studies that support using tech in schools.
As stated, here's just a small sample of the research that's gone into using technology in schools. Uh, I think we're all in agreement that technology is a good thing for schools, but here's a few studies that were done specifically about this type of technology that we're hoping to integrate. So we can continue talking about peer-reviewed statistics, but I think the stats that are going to matter the most to us are the ones that Janelle showed us earlier, and that is the students and staff that are working in our district. Cyrus would be a benefit to them the most because it would free up time for our special ed teams, and it would ease of access uh, for parents and for all of the critical staff members that are involved in the SST 504 and IEP teams. Finally, what matters the most to this board making this decision is to ponder for just a moment, why wouldn't we? So there are a couple of good arguments against using tech in school, and that is we already use quite a lot of tech. So this district, in fact, this board has already approved use of very similar techs such as eSchools and Synergy that's since replaced it, but using these techs is not unheard of. There is going to be some pushback, though. As we know, there are some of our colleagues that are not as tech savvy as the rest of us, but it is possible for there to be uh, trainings on the use of Cyrus from both the company and our local special education planning area. Additionally, this is an opportunity for certain staff members, if they wish, to pursue professional development and becoming leaders in using this tech and how to integrate it for these teams. The biggest hurdle, of course, for our district is going to be the cost. And as Amber pointed out before, we have a good chance of having a discount. In general, these systems work by taking getting a quote based on the number of students in the entire district. Um, Currently, in the Monterey County SELPA, there's many schools using this. And so when we're considering the cost of getting this, what we should really consider is what's going to be the cost of not. Every district surrounding our district has already implemented this technology. And so we can get the discounts because of the other districts incorporating it, but our district has always been one to be ahead and to kind of set the pace and be a leader amongst the school districts in Monterey County. And on this one, if we do not implement this, all the consequences of slowed access of information aside, it's just it's an easy opportunity for us to not be left behind. And that pretty much concludes the arguments I think that anyone could possibly have for Cyrus.
All right, and that's Cyrus in a nutshell. It's really going to improve the district. It should be an easy decision for you. Obviously, board, Super Nintendo block. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.